Hi, this is Ash Corn. Last week I broadcasted an interview with a girl called Caroline Dope, who was a complete sceptic until she got a reading off Rosie Byrne. And we're joined by Rosie Byrne today. Hi Rosie, how are you?
Hi Ash, how's it going?
I'm grand, not too bad. And yourself?
Great, thanks, great.
Thanks a mil for joining us today.
No worries at all, you're very welcome.
Hey Rosie, the interview was absolutely shocking last week, I have to be honest.
There's a surprise.
Can I ask you, how long have you actually had this gift?
All my entire life. But I read, the first thing I ever read was probably tarot cards messing with a few friends, and what I got was uncannily true for one of the older people in the group. And I thought, well, I'm putting them down and I'm not playing with them anymore. But I've read tea leaves and I read the ketchup the way it falls on the burger. I read anything. I can read a crystal ball like it's a book.
Yeah.
You know, I tune in. I don't think it's a matter of what the object is in front of you. I think it's just a matter of knowing you have a part of your mind that you can just tune into and you know, see what's for you.
And like, why is it that you're able to, you know, speak to other people's loved ones that have passed over, and you know, people can't actually speak to them themselves? What is it that you actually have that gives you that connection?
Ash, I totally believe that everybody has it.
Absolutely.
And I totally believe that it's just a matter of tuning into it. And the best way that I can explain to people to how I do it is, you know, when you're in your bed at night and you're in your lovely, warm, cosy spot,
absolutely,
if somebody touched you, you'd kill them. Do you know that? If you touch me with a cold hand, I'll kill you. Well, when you get to that spot and you're relaxed, you're warm, you're cosy, and everything is good, and you're nearly awake and you're nearly asleep, you're going between your conscious and your subconscious.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I go to in my head. I'm not going to fall asleep on you. But that's how I make my mind relax so much that I don't go into the shopping list and the to-do list and the amount of jobs I have on for tomorrow. I go into it just a relaxed state of mind, and it's like meditation. You just chill out, you relax for a minute or two, and you just, I mean, sometimes it can happen when I'm in the middle of doing a shopping list.
I was actually just about to say that to you. Is it like something now, the ghost whisper, where you are walking around the supermarket and all of a sudden you're tuned in? Or, you know what I mean?
No, but I have had the odd instance where you know there's somebody going by you and somebody will say, tell them something, and I'll go, no. Because they think you were a lunatic, you know. I don't want to be signed into John the Gods, you know, that way. But I'd say if you had to live in my shoes, I'd say you'd be fairly saying sometimes things happen and you'd go, God, that's uncanny. But for me, it's not. It's completely natural. Because
absolutely.
How
long have you had the ability to actually do this, to be able to read cards, to be able to speak to people who have passed over? How long have you been working at this, and you know?
Well, I've been doing it. I can't say working at it because I've never earned a penny from it.
I know, absolutely. Everything you do goes to charity, yeah.
I've been doing it since, I've been doing it since, I think 1996 or 1997, that I've been doing it for charity.
Yeah.
Because I could always do it, and you'd always have people saying, I never told anybody that I did it. A lot of people knew that I could do it, but I never told people I could do it. Because if you say, oh, I can read your card, you'll have a queue out the front door, and nobody will have any money to pay it, and they'll all be broke, and it would take over my day job.
Yeah.
And my day job puts the bread and butter on the table. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
so
absolutely,
I don't tell a lot of people what I do. But in saying that, I had, the first one was, there was a charity event coming up, and I had to raise £1,000 to go and help this particular charity. And then I realised that actually the £1,000 wasn't going to the charity. Some of it was going to pay for my hotel room for me to go to this other country to help out.
Oh, right,
so
okay.
I phoned the charity and I said, look, I'm not going on this lovely big excursion walk across another country. I just want to say I will get you up to £1,000, but I'm sending it to you, and I want every penny to go to the children. Do you know what I mean? Not one penny is to go to anybody's room or any rent or any flights or nothing, or no one's wages. It's every penny that I give you, every single cent of that has to go to the charity itself, to the children in the charity.
Absolutely.
And they said, right, fair enough, if
That's
you do
fantastic,
it, we'll do it. So I did it, and that's where it stemmed from. And from that, I done in my house, was the first one actually, in my own house when I lived in Dublin, and I got all the neighbours in.
Yeah.
And I knew, I read teacups that night, and I said, none of them knew, so they all thought this was all just chancing their arms, you know.
Yeah.
But you have to, I don't know how I know, but if I hand you a teacup and a saucer, you have to twirl that a certain way, and you have to hand that to me with a certain hand. Now, I'll tell you...
Well, Rosie, I can tell you now, I got a reading off you there at the Hill of Tara. You were fundraising for a football club, was it, there last week? And I was actually going to broadcast the reading on air, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that because you actually got so personal and you were so right about an awful lot of stuff that there was no way I could even edit it and broadcast even any bits of it, because it was so, it was actually legit. And I know Caroline was completely sceptical before she ever got an interview with you, before she ever got a reading with you, and she was completely shocked by what you told her. And she had often said, if my mother was going to come and say anything to me, she'd do it to me and not to anybody else. So, you do have the gift is legit, and I can say that honestly because I have gotten a reading off you,
Yeah, but I have to tell you, I think we're all energy fields, right? Everybody is, and that's been scientifically proven that we're all an energy field.
That's right, because you also do an awful lot of Reiki healing as well.
I do, but now my Reiki healing has absolutely nothing to do with my psychic ability.
Yeah.
And I don't connect the two at all. Reiki is what Reiki is, and it's an amazingly powerful healing, energy healing. But that's all around everybody, and all children and all babies can do Reiki. And if you ever hold a new